We're on the virtual red carpet with one of our award recipients tonight, Ann Mincieli, who won the Mad Skills Award. Hi, Ann.
How's it going? How's it going,
It's
John?
going, it's going good, and I understand. I mean, you've won 2 Grammys, but Mad Skills sounds way cooler.
Yeah, I guess I've done a lot, in my career in terms of not just wanting to have one job description. And
Yeah.
I think I've learned everything from album strategies to contract negotiations on albums to, digging into the tech side of things and apps and diving into the technology to push the industry forward. So
Wow. What does it mean to you to win something like this from, in particular, an award ceremony that's dedicated to women in the industry?
it means so much, it means so much to be recognized, by the She Rocks, folks, and to really, you know, that people have these kind of platforms to show the next generation that you can do this stuff. There's no limits to what you can do in the industry, which has been always very male dominated. And we've made such progress in the past 2.5 years to 3 years, even, at least on we're able to bring light to it between social platforms and, doing, having initiatives done that can push the next generation. So I'm very honored. Thank you.
Yeah. What about talk about how important? I mean, you're kind of already doing this work with She Is the Music.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I think,
No,
go
I
ahead.
was going to say what, like, how was it that you got in there and you decided, you know what, I'm in here. I need to do this for others as well.
Yeah, so, after the Grammy Awards in 2018, we, let's do the work, right? Like instead of just talking about how there's such a gap in the industry, let's create something that can be very powerful. So 4 of us, myself, Alicia Keys, Jody Gerson, who's the head of Universal Music Publishing Group, and Sam Kirby, who's very big uh, talent agent. And at the time she was with William Morris. We just all got together. We've been working together for many years. We call ourselves Sisters in Music. So we were like, we have the power to really create something, and let's do the work first, right? Let's not do the promoting of something. Let's do the work. And 2.5 years later, we have incredible donations and people that want to be part of the initiatives, to chapters and pillars from the UK to New York to LA to the Latin community that's embraced us. And we have 3 incredible initiatives that are the pillars of our organization, which is mentorship, which is a database which any female could go in and enter. If you have credits and you want to be part of a database, and if you're looking for a photographer or a tour lighting person or an engineer or a producer, you could be part of the database. So there's mentorship, which is like we did our first online virtual mentorship uh, this this past year, which was incredibly successful. And then there is the songwriting camps and the database. So those are the 3 pillars. Many people have partnered with us with the songwriting camps. It's been incredible, from American Express to Billboard. So, the goal is just to, when we started this, most of the girls coming up in the industry were like, we just need the connections. We just need to network. And that's how we started this. And so many people hopped on board, and we're
It's
very
amazing.
proud.
It's amazing to have it be a safe place that, women can find a connection with someone and do the work that they want to do and that they can do.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I
Thank you.
also love, I know that you have really been on the forefront of getting New York back to being like the recording studio capital of the I grew up in New York. I'm from Brooklyn, so it's everything to me still New York. I live in LA, but I love that.
Yeah, I mean, in 2009, when the whole industry was like in this transition of, people were on social media, all of a sudden it was converting social media followers to customers, it was streaming, and the industry was at a low. And it was like, how are we going to recover from this? A lot of the studios were closing. And I just looked at it in the opposite light, right? Like, if you build it, people will come. Let me build this incredible location, quality over quantity. Let's not lease a spot. And my sister, who's big in real estate, found the perfect location, which is now called Hudson Yards. We were the first building built there in 2008. And we're 10 years in. Jungle is 10 years in. And we mix music and art, and like to see people like Ariana Grande and Max Martin come in, and they're not just like copy and pasting, they're playing Rhodes and pianos and old drum machines and mixing the old concepts that we love from the Beatles and Aretha from the 60s and 70s with new ways of doing things with DAWs, which are software, Pro Tools and Logic Audio. So the goal was to collect all the tools, and they're just crayons in a crayon box. I wanted to, and the place itself is inspiring. Every studio has a window. We have a whole rooftop you could film on, and you see it every day. You see it from CSI to, Ray Donovan to Jay-Z with Magna Carta, Holy Grail, all of that, Beyonce. They've been such instrumental artists that have come and worked on their whole albums where that concept was supposed to be like gone. And I want it to be a destination studio. So I get bands like Depeche Mode, they come in and camp out for 8 weeks straight. We've done their whole last 2 records. And the same thing with this band from Japan called Dreams Come True. So I wanted to bring it like a destination type place. I wanted people to venture to New York again. And we unveiled Apple Music together, the streaming service. They were working with us for 4 years straight. I literally watch people finish their records and go stream it to the world, to 110 countries. So, instead, there's always a way, right? And I feel the same way with the pandemic. We're all going to find new ways, there's going to be a lot of positive that comes out of this. So.
Well, I mean, that seems like it was a blueprint for you way ahead of what was happening here. Like you said, I loved what you said, which was, it's telling you to go this way, but you're saying, I'm going to go this way, actually.
Yeah. And if you could build it, like I had a vision for it. I just didn't want to take 10 rooms and rent a space. I wanted it quality over quantity, and I'm excited. I have to say, I'm excited to even expand. I'm thinking on Jungle Studios LA very, very, very shortly.
What about Joshua Tree?
Yeah.
I live out in the desert out here, so I love
Do you? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It would be a cool concept. And I think since a lot of the pandemic has happened, I see people kind of moving into the country a little bit, into the desert a little bit more, right?
Exactly.
It could use a really good studio. It's a good idea. It could use like a really new hip.
Well, you have like Pappy and Harriet's out there, right? So it's like such a famous place. It could be like, here's the companion.
Yeah, it's
Bring me in somehow. I'll be the makeup guy on board.
All right, great. That sounds like a plan.
Congratulations to you on this award. I'm really happy. I am happy for you because I think it sounds like a cool award, especially in a business where, let's be real, there's not a lot of awards for the type of work that you're doing anyway. And then to be a woman on top of that, to be recognized for it, it slims it down even more.
Yeah, thank you. I always felt that like I was a person that could defy the odds, if I really worked hard and studied and, outworked, you gain respect, right? I never felt that I was prohibited, even though I was in a male dominated component of the industry. I always just did my work, and I worked hard and I studied and I wanted to be competitive. And, I think if you could keep that, way of that thought process, because it's unglamorous, right? There's times when it's not, not glamorous, and people, the up and coming kids, they get like, they realize what it is, and they get very like, they don't want to continue their path. And I think if you focus and you work hard and you study, you're going to gain the respect, and people will notice you.
Well, while you're in school, it seems very exciting. And then you get into it and you realize, oh, wait, this is a business.
It's like anything else, right? I'm sure it's like any other business, like I work with a lot of people in makeup. We do a lot of shoots, and you don't realize people think it's all just like glamorous, and it's it's lots of hard work and
Yep.
dedication and sacrifice, you know. So
Yes, for
I'm
sure.
I'm excited to receive the award and continue to lead the way.
Terrific. And I'll just ask you one other question because I know that you have a busy schedule too. And it's late there.
Just
So
getting started. We're
for
studio.
you, you just get started, but for me, I'd be in bed knocked out each day. What do you think that you learned about yourself in 2020?
What
Something
did I
new.
learn? I learned that when I'm faced with the most difficult challenges, I study sports a lot. Like, you know, you could be down 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, but there's still a way to figure out how to win the game. I feel like I definitely, when I was challenged, when the odds were against me, was when my boss got the best performance out of me to pivot and to think and to be ahead of the game and to really manage the whole year. I spearheaded it all from album rollouts to, you know, putting these portable studios up and to really, you know, have to pivot and think ahead, which was, you know, we're sitting in our Kush Kush studio in jungle and we have all the tools in our backyard, but okay, we're going to turn everything on its head and you're going to you know, you're going to fly 44 times, you know, during a pandemic, and let's, you know, okay, we can't do a book tour, but you know what, we're going to hit up Amazon and we're going to call Kindle and we're going to figure out a alternate way to promote our book and get it in the bestsellers, on the bestsellers list. So it's all that pivoting when you can rise to the occasion, you know. I felt that I was really, you know, what I learned the most this year was that like pivoting, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, you did a good job of it.
Yeah, thank you so much, John. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your
Well, we
time.
appreciate you. Congratulations. Enjoy the ceremony tonight.
Thank you so, so much. Thank you.